Today I wanted to take some time to talk about the differences between fat grafting and facial fillers. I get a lot of questions about what's the difference in cost, what's the difference in predictability, longevity, all the different things and aspects about the two procedures. First of all is, what is the difference in the predictability? And the answer is that fillers, we kind of know in a range of how long they're going to last. They're all temporary. There are some permanent fillers, but I want to comment on that very quickly, which is I don't think it's a good idea to put anything permanent in your face because your face is going to change over time and the filler will not. So things may look off if you leave something permanent in your face for long term. Now, as far as the not permanent fillers, the artificial fillers that go away over time, there's sort of a set range, maybe up to a year, maybe less. And I think some patients doing the fillers get very frustrated with that at some point. I think that with the fillers, it's a positive and a negative that they are not permanent. In other words, it gives you a chance to test them out, see what you like, switch them up, change them around as far as how long you want them to last and what they can do for you. On the negative side of that is that once you like some of those effects, you got to keep repeating it and repeating it and repeating it. And I think that ends up costing you a lot more than if you had just done one single fat grafting procedure. So a lot of patients come to see me after they get frustrated with the facial fillers. They're tired of going back, getting injected, have to take time off, getting bruised, spending money, and then the fillers just go away. So eventually they all want to transition into some sort of facial fat grafting. The first question I always get with that is, how long does the fat grafting last? How does it work? The answer is that fat grafting lasts a long time. It's living, breathing tissue. It has stem cells in it. It's not artificial. It's from your own body. So it lasts a very long time. And that's a huge advantage over the fillers. Secondly, because it's not artificial and it doesn't attract water, you don't look as poofy and as bloated as you can with the fillers. And secondly, because it's living tissue, it has stem cells in it, fat cells. It helps rejuvenate your skin from the inside out while it's in there. So it's doing two things at once. It's filling that volume and addressing some of the aesthetic concerns you have, but at the same time, underneath your skin, it's rejuvenating your skin from the inside out. So there's huge advantages of fat grafting over fillers. Why doesn't everybody just do fat grafting? Why are fillers still around? The answer to that question is that a lot of people just like to come in at lunchtime, get a little touch-up, get a little filler, and be on their way. And again, I think that's okay, but over time, that price of that procedure is going to add up to cost more than if they just had one single fat grafting procedure. The reason everybody doesn't just do the fat grafting out of the gate is it is a small procedure. So you are going to have a little bit more downtime in the beginning, but the payoff in the end is going to be far superior because you're going to be able to do a lot more bang for your buck with the fat grafting, and also remember that the results are going to be superior in the end. So I think when people start taking that in consideration, almost all of the patients that are getting tired of fillers switch to facial fat grafting. I think one thing that might be holding patients back from doing fat grafting right out of the gate is they think that it's going to be much more expensive to do fat grafting than it is going to be to do facial fillers, and that's completely backwards. Even one procedure of facial fillers can cost more than a single fat grafting procedure, and the reason is they're charging per cc or per unit of the fillers versus fat grafting, which has an unlimited amount in supply. So even a single procedure of fillers can cost more than fat grafting. Secondly, you have to keep repeating the fillers. So every time you come in, you're going to have to pay again and again and again and again. And all of that's going to add up to far more than it would have cost you for a single fat grafting procedure.